Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Shelley Plum, and I am so excited. We are live and on location in South Africa. We are here today with author David Mickey. How are you, David?
I'm very well, thanks, Shelley.
Oh, you know, this is such a privilege, and I have to tell you what we're doing. This is a safari that we are on, but it is a special safari. It is a mindful safari. So, David, you founded this magnificent safari concept. Can you tell our viewers about it?
Well, I guess the genesis, Shelley, is that I'm originally from Africa myself.
Yes.
And I've always been really passionate about Africa. I lived outside of Africa for much of my adult life. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted to share my passion and my love of Africa, especially African nature, with people. And in the meantime, I've gone on my own inner journey where I discovered meditation and mindfulness.
Yes.
And I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if I could somehow combine mindfulness with my love of nature in Africa? And so that's why we ended up at this particular place, the Makilali Reserve, doing mindful safaris, where we essentially combine twice daily meditation sessions, mm-hmm. sort of a properly structured program, right. With twice daily game drives, where it's really the luck of the draw. You never know what's around the next corner, but it's so fantastic and exciting, as you know from the last few days of game viewing.
And this might sound funny to you, but while I'm sitting there and we're meditating, specifically in the morning a lot of times, I'm visualizing the animals that I would like to see. Mm. And I will tell you, we are seeing those animals. So is there a connection there?
Without any question. You know, if you set a certain intentionality, a certain purpose, and with the right motivation, yes. It's not a self-centered motivation. And we spend a lot of time focusing on loving kindness, and we have certain loving kindness meditations we practice. But if you, as a group, come together, it's not a 1 + 1 = 2 situation. It's much bigger than that.
Sure.
And also, apart from any kind of impact we may be making, I think it's important to say that when you practice meditation mindfulness, you kind of come home to yourself, your mind settles, and so the experiences you have, whatever they may be, are so much more vivid and intense. And so that's why we are so jumping out of skins with excitement, because it's just so incredible when your mind is settled instead of this normal snow globe that we have in our normal daily life back out there.
Yes.
We're so sort of agitated we can't really experience what is right there in front of us. But allow the mind to settle, which naturally happens when we're in nature, but it's even more powerful when we combine that with some proper meditations.
Right.
We become so receptive and so much more in touch with nature. Because our main problem, I think, as modern people, is that we are entirely dislocated from nature.
That is true.
Until 200 years ago, we lived or died according to our understanding of nature, whether we were hunter-gatherers or farmers. Right. And nowadays, most people have no idea where, like the clothes we wear even come from, or the food we're eating, got no idea. Whereas, for most of human history, that has not been the case. And so when you come back to nature, as we are doing here, you almost feel a sense of relief.
You do. I will attest to that. You feel a sense of relief. You feel a sense of calm.
Reconnection.
A reconnection. And really going out there, another thing that I was astounded at, how calm the animals are, how comfortable they are in our presence when we're in the vehicle.
A lot of people are surprised by that, and that's because they are wild animals. If you were out there on your own, they would eat you.
Yes.
No question about it.
Right. Yes.
They're not tame. But in a Land Rover, they've become very acquainted with Land Rovers, because they see them certainly on a weekly basis, if not several times a week. And they're used to them coming very slowly towards them and being quiet, and they're not threatened by them at all. And as one of our guides was saying yesterday, in some cases these are the second or third generation of animals who are used to this kind of interaction. And so they're pretty laid back about the whole thing, which is enormous privilege for us, because we can get literally a couple of meters away from a pride of lion, a herd of elephant, you name it.
Case in point is that leopard yesterday. We were literally probably 10 feet from the leopard. Yes, yes.